Saurabh, good having you. Thanks so much for joining in. It's, well, not particularly early morning for you, but let's talk about the broad theme at the conference, earnings season. More EPS cuts than anticipated, you think?
So I think this has been a consistent pattern for the last 3 or 4 years that consensus begins with some over optimistic expectations, and then as the year wears on, the numbers get cut. I don't think this year will be any different. My reading is consensus numbers, Sensex EPS growth estimates are still around 13-14%, and I think they will gradually converge over the course of this earnings season and the next one to our number, which is around 8-9%. So I think 400-500 basis points fall in Sensex EPS growth estimates for FY16 certainly seems to be on the cards.
So what could be, Saurabh, according to you, the top positives and negative surprises so far from the earnings?
Just the sheer scale of L&T's disappointment, I think, was a surprise even for us. We've had a sell on L&T for a long time. But the sheer scale of the disappointment, I think, took us aback. It clearly suggests that the core of the capex economy, the core of the industrial economy in our country is really in poor shape. On the positive side, the fact that Infosys at least delivered on this quarter was good to see. That would make it a good couple of quarters on a trot that this one-time IT bellwether has delivered decent results. Similarly, Cummins finally turning around and posting decent numbers 2 quarters in a row is also heartening to see. But I think on a scale of quantum of surprise, I think L&T was really a stunner.
Now, do you think the current earnings now warrant a change in your stance, your target on the index? Are you likely to revisit it?
I think we've been bearish for a good 6 or 7 months now, fairly pronounced bearish stance on our part. Our Sensex, we see Sensex fair value at the end of FY16 around 28,000. I think we're fairly comfortable with that view. That is the fair value view. But as I've said several times, including on this channel, my reckoning is that there is a distinct possibility of Sensex 22,000 scenario, a fairly material downside scenario, as the economy continues slowing down, as real estate crumbles, and as the banking system feels the knock-on effects of that.
Right. Saurabh, so what could be your preferred sectoral, large cap as well as mid cap bets right now?
What we are focusing on is manufacturing companies, light industrial manufacturing companies, ideally with an ability to export their way out of trouble. So from that regard, PI Industries has been a stock we've been highlighting for a good couple of years now. And my reckoning is, given both results and discussions with management, PI seems to continue to have good visibility on earnings. And that will be on the mid cap side. On the large cap side, I would look to HCL Tech. It's come off substantially, around 20%, I think, in the last month or so. It's a well-run IT company and at 15 times earnings. Given the track record of this company over the last 4 to 5 years, given the strength in remote infrastructure management and in engineering services, I think HCL Tech at 15 times looks very attractive to me.
Okay, and Saurabh, the key talking point is Bihar elections and the outcome. Do you think it will have a material impact? And if so, how much? Either case.
I would think so, and I think part of the discounting of the impact has already begun as reports on various media channels have started drifting in that the BJP might not be doing as well as perhaps what had been thought at one time. I think you can see the market softening already a little bit. My reckoning is the events of next Sunday, 8th of November, will have on the 9th of November an impact of the market somewhere around 2 to 4%, plus or minus 2 to 4%. Again, hard to gauge, given that I'm not really a political expert, hard for me to gauge which way these elections will go, but whichever way they go, I think a plus minus 2 to 4% impact would appear likely for Bihar, given the size of the state and given the impact that the state can have on the Rajya Sabha with a time lag.
All right, sir. Good luck with the conference, and thank you for your lovely insights.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.